Hey guys, my name is Veio. Welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. This is version 0.21. Yes! It is finally out for realsies this time, not just for media representatives or media group or whatever they're called in the forum. Anyway guys, first thing when you load, well the first thing you load is the save thing, but we'll talk about that in a second. First thing you load when you load it to Kerbal Space Program is they've redone it all. It all looks very snazzy now. We have a new rocket build. Oh, also we can move around. If you hold down the right hand mouse button you can move around. And then you can use the arrow keys or the WSD to move around, and we can have a little looks, and it all looks very snazzy. New rocket rocket assembly building, and the new space plane hangar. It's actually got a little tower that you can fly past. If you can fly, you're actually able to do so, and we have new buildings. So this is one of them, which actually does work. And it lets you pick which crew you're currently employing, as it were. So I've got loads on here because I guess, yeah. So we have the available ones. I mean, the people that are out on missions. So we have Jebediah here is currently on BFR, still all the way up there. We should really bring him back down. And then we have Lost, and the ones that are no longer with us will be coming up there. I imagine my list for Losts is going to be quite high. This means that some deaths, at least, will be permanent, or semi-permanent, I'm sure. You could lose people. So, that's the other building. We don't know what this other building is for. I'm not saying. It's called Mission Control. You can find that out by flying into it. But other than that, you don't really know what it's for. It's something to do with campaign mode, I'm sure. But it looks all very snazzy. And then we have our new tracking station, which is all very good. Right. So, oh, I've gone into the space hangar. This is the space hangar. Can't remember if this looks exactly the same as one before, but that's not what I wanted to load. I wanted to load the space one. They've changed that, and that's quite nice and snazzy in here. Boop. So, we have this. It has got its new little layout. And it all looks very good. So we have our little flags in the background. So whatever flag you pick will come up in the background. See right out there, and you've got little boats. These aren't boats, these are cars. Lorries. Fool. And we have new parts. So I don't think there's anything new on here. But in propulsion, we have these new liquid. These are the radial versions of the original of the VL. Speaking is hard. LV1 liquid engines, these little ones. We also now have these. Tiny little engines. Oh, pressed it too many times. Okay, these tiny little ones. And we also now have a inline version of the Rockomax engines, which is pretty cool. I'm going to put it on the top for no apparent reason other than the fact that I can. So yeah, they're the new engines, and with the new engines we have a couple of new fuel tanks. We have this one, which has 45 and 55, which quite small, but that's the newest. That's the smallest engine, I believe now. Sorry, the smallest fuel tank now. And the other thing it's new is monopellet. These are a nice big radial version of the monopropellant tanks, so that like these little circle ones, but now they're bigger. And now not circle, of course. That's all of the engines, controls, the SAS, which I should show actually, shouldn't I really? Fly a plane in a sec. But the SAS is now reactionary, so these models are literally just models anymore. They've changed it, so you don't need them for for stabilization. These are now just reactionary forces like the other one used to be. They've just changed it, so you can see it adds a certain amount of pitch and yaw, or it can add a certain amount of pitch and yaw to restabilize you. And it costs electric charge, so you have to remember to put stuff on there, otherwise it won't work. Leave all of this is old. I can't see anything new in there. I'm sure someone will tell me off if there is. I don't think any of that is new, but I think this is new. Is that a new? Looks new. We'll go with new. And we have radial xenon containers, which is kind of useful if you're flying on iron engines, because that was kind of annoying that we didn't have a radial version of that. And I think that is all the new parts. Ah, no, there is a very big one that I'm forgetting, which is in structure. Yes, is these. So we have new adapters. So we have the bi adapter, and let's try and do these in order. Then the new I think this is new anyway. Tri adapter and quad adapter. Ooh, fancy. And respectfully, we also have these ones, which I can't remember if these are added in this version, but they've been added recently anyway. Now we have large angle and small angle versions of both bi, tri, and quad. So that's pretty fucking useful. And that is all the new parts. So let's exit that, because I don't think that will fly anytime soon. Let's show the plane. Use a plane to show the new ASS system, because it's much more stable. They've redone the thinking behind it. If I load quickly my first plane, which is not an example of how to build a plane, by the way. Not build a plane like this, as the name suggests. It was the first plane I built, but it was also the easiest to see. So we load this. Oh, we turn on the fuel. Now this plane used to be an absolute pig to even get off the ground, but now it flies pretty well. So before, if you lift it, it would just go and then smash into the ground. But now, and it just no hands, and it just sits there. And then if I turn left, and it stops, and you turn right, and it stops. So that's pretty awesome, and I can actually fly this plane now, which is pretty cool. It almost feels like cheating, but it is much better. Before as well, if you let go, it will go. So the reactionary force equipment is much. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the last thing I need. The last thing to talk about on Earth is the new end of flight things that you can revert back to how it was when you launched it, or you can revert back to the space hangar. We just do that quick. There's no end of flight now, so you have to go back to space hangar and then you can go out, but it stops the unrealistic elements of the game apparently. Leave this and go to the moon. Whoa. Whoa. That's not what I wanted to do. Cut. Right, anyway. So my save game seems to have remained, which is pretty cool. But some people's save games won't work, so the moon's been retextured. Look at this. Doesn't that look sexy? So landing could be an issue now. There are, there's a good section of landing there, and there's sections of landing. That's because I keep pressing shift. So, that's my housemate shouting at me. So, we now have a moon, and I think they're going to do this with all the moons. They're going to retexture them, which would be pretty fucking cool. But, until they do that, we just have this moon. They've redone the Earth, Kerbin, sorry, not the Earth. They've redone Kerbin as well, using a similar system, but it obviously doesn't have so many potholes, it just has lots of mountains. Whoop! And I think I just blew him up. I was too busy looking. But, damn. If you catch it right, while the stuff is still moving, you can revert to Space Center and it loads you from your last save, but I think I just killed people. No matter, I still have my saves backed up, so I can undo that. Shh. Nobody saw it. Anyway. Number 6. Yeah. I remembered how to do it. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. My name is Veio. This has been Kerbal Space Program 0.21. Quite looking forward to enjoying the advanced SAS. Will probably be my preference of all the new things, which is pretty cool. So, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, give me a like. If you didn't enjoy me, tell me why you didn't like it in the comment section. That is what it's there for. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Why didn't that? Pro skills.